All right, family, it's your brother Assad.
And I'm Adrian.
And we are back again with another quick video. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe and hit that notifications bell so that you'll be notified when we drop new material on this channel. Secondly, in terms of housekeeping, I gotta give a special and a significant and a particular and a peculiar shout out to my South African family for all the love you guys have shown this channel, my wife, myself, my children. We greatly appreciate it. Third, in terms of housekeeping, just like that. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. September 3rd at 1400 hours. That's 2 o'clock at 1400 o'clock at Signature's Restaurant. We're going to meet up and we're going to eat. We're going to drink and be merry. We're going to talk loud. We're going to laugh loud, have a good time, and do something radically simple and revolutionary. Radically simple and revolutionary. Now, how, brother Side, is that radically simple? What is radically simple? To sit down with your people and talk and commune and break bread and interact and share each other's company? That's radically simple. You could do that every day. You could do it 2-3 times a day. But where it becomes revolutionary is when you sign your name on that promissory note and leave those rands in the register. We have to be intentional, people.
Wait, not just any register now.
In the black-owned business register. See, economics is power. And we can't change the unemployment rate in South Africa any more than we can change the unemployment rate in New Orleans, Louisiana, or Detroit, Michigan, or Chicago, Illinois. But what we can do is be intentional about where we spend our money. And economics is power. The great philosophical academician. The great philosophical academician. Somebody calling you?
No.
The great philosophical academician Dr. John Henry Clark said, it means nothing to be black and beautiful if we are not black and powerful. I'm going to say that one more again. It means nothing to be black and beautiful if we are not black and powerful. And the one way we could exercise intentional power is to be intentional about where we spend our dollars and our rands and where we place our money. Some brother said it's not rands as a register. He said it's rands and black hands. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that. I like that one. Rands and black rhyme like Jesse Jackson. Keep hope alive. Up with hope, down with dope.
That is, you made a record for the longest intro.
That's a long intro? That's only 3 minutes intro. There's a lot of housekeeping. There's a lot of housekeeping. But I promised a long time ago that I would not do a video without giving a shout out to my South African family. And then you got to tell them to like, comment, and subscribe. And then I got to remind them about September 3rd. Right?
Right.
And then I got to impress upon the people the importance of being intentional.
Right.
Big old facts. Big old facts. So, somebody asked us about how the children are adapting to their new home. How can I put this?
For the full week that they were there.
Yeah. How can I put this? How are they adapting? They're not.
Oh, they're not. Are they still in denial phase?
I don't know what they are. You know that there's stages of grief. They might be in. They ain't in acceptance.
No, every time I think they have, they say something to remind me. Yeah, we still here.
Yeah,
you haven't moved to that next stage. Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, man. I don't know. The baby told us we came all the way to South Africa to buy a Honda.
That's cutthroat. That's cold-blooded.
You came to South Africa to buy a Honda. Then he told us He told us our house ain't good enough.
Yeah, man. He's like, I mean, the house is okay.
He said we're supposed to have a baller house. I said, well, what's a baller house? He said, listen, this boy 10. He's 9 years old. And boy, I said, what's a baller house? He said it's supposed to be 3 stories. The house is supposed to be 3 stories.
3 stories, huh?
With a heated pool and an indoor gym, like a Virgin Active gym.
I don't know what made him think we could do all that.
I said, boy, you ain't seen the house we live in New Orleans? What made you think we was going from that to a 3-story house? I don't know. But I think once they start school and they probably wondering why we looking like this. We are in the bed.
I mean, we have been moving around a lot.
We're in the bed doing this video. So this ain't nothing but the hotel headboard back here. Yeah, and the people probably next door like, why are they so loud? But they'll deal with it.
Right.
They better keep them thoughts behind this wall. Don't you bring them to my door. But yeah, man. So I think once they start school, get some friends, and get some activities under their belt, that perception and that feeling of change. But right now, New Orleans is home, and that's not like unique to these children. That's a New Orleans thing. Like New Orleanians love our city.
Y'all really do.
And many people be like, I'll never leave. They can go. They know that the city is decrepit in many ways, and I love my city. So don't know New Orleans get on here till you talking about our city, man. Listen, they know that it has like old infrastructure and big old potholes, and 5 and 6 people get killed on the same street, same night, and all that type of stuff. But they just love the city. They love the culture. They're great people. So most of them never want to leave.
True. And
I think my children are part of that group. It's just something about being in New Orleans for New Orleanians. Like, I don't ever want to leave. I was there 43 years. It wasn't until like 2019 that I decided I wanted to leave. Right?
Really?
That I needed. Yeah.
You might have been on it a little bit before then.
Maybe so, but I wasn't serious until I went to South Africa and saw some place that I really wanted to be. But because I don't think I could live. I could live anywhere as long as I'm with you. Oh. That's when you cut the commercial break in the music. But truthfully, it would be hard to live anywhere else in the United States besides New Orleans for me. Like, I think I could live in Miami. I could. Miami got culture.
Good for a visit, but no.
Miami got culture. Got them Haitians, they got the Jamaicans.
A culture.
Yeah, got culture.
I don't know if you would feel at home in that culture though.
Well, I mean, it would be the closest thing to like. It'd be hard to be in like L.A. or Iowa or any place like that. Just like.
I agree. I used to think Miami would be it, but.
I could do Miami. I could do New York, but New York is too cold in the winter, and so yeah. Anyway, this is what I want to say. Somebody else said I should have been at the coronation. Is that what they call it? The coronation of the Zulu king? So that's what we call it. Yeah. So, and to anybody else's ears, like a Zulu king will sound so foreign. But the thing about it, when I read the comment, I really had to double check to make sure it wasn't a New Orleanian leaving the comment, because my mind went to New Orleans Zulu, because we have a Zulu organization in New Orleans. For those who don't know, when you finish watching this video, go to your YouTube search bar and put in Zulu King New Orleans, and you'll see that it's a Mardi Gras organization called the Zulu Club. And it is the oldest African American Mardi Gras organization, and it is the largest African American Mardi Gras organization, and they're called Zulu. Don't have nothing to do with it other than the name that they stole. They don't have nothing to do with the Zulus in SA. But every year the Zulu King is the coronation of the Zulu King is a big old deal in New Orleans. But I had to, like I said, I had to double check and realize they were talking about South Africa, and then my whole mind just started to wander and race with so many questions. So I'm about to list my questions out loud, list them verbally out loud, and I want y'all to help me with this. Number one, where the Zulu Kingdom? What is that in Gauteng? Is that in Durban? Where's the Zulu Kingdom?
Yeah. Like where it's borders?
Borders. Right.
Yeah.
Number two. Bam, bam, bam. Number two. What does the Zulu King what is the relationship between the Zulu King and the government? The Republic government. Is his area autonomous? Or does he fit into maybe a province that the Zulu King has, and then the government supersedes that? Yeah, so the reason
is he sovereign?
Is he sovereign? Right.
Yeah.
So in the United States, the Native Americans or the First Nation people, they have what was called reservations, swaths of land that belong to them, that they are autonomous on that land. For instance, I used to work for child protection. So if a child was abused by their mama, their daddy, or their caretaker, we would go in and do the investigation and, child protection. Yeah. If that child, we used to have to ask, are you a member of a registered First Nation tribe? If that child or that parent was a register of a First Nation, a member of a First Nation tribe, we couldn't do nothing to them. The tribe had to handle that. The tribe had a council. They had complete autonomy over their people for the most part, unless their people broke a law outside of the reservation. So is that the same kind of setup that the Zulu Nation or the Zulu Kingdom has in SA? Is there an area that's told? And third, are you a member of the Zulu Kingdom merely or sheerly because you are Zulu? So do they have to pay taxes to the Zulu King?
Right.
Yes.
You know how we, as citizens, you have to pledge allegiance,
right,
to the nation, or I guess the government. But where does the allegiance fall?
Does it fall with the Republic or does it fall with Zulu?
Or who supersedes whom? Do you say, when it comes down to it, I roll with the king? Yeah.
Because let me say this wasn't no small thing, because I saw the NPR did a article on this. NPR is after some family infighting, a new Zulu king was crowned or whatever. So this is okay, so this is big news. So the question is then, how does work?
For those of us that don't know,
how does work? So before I end up riding through Zulu territory, they tell me I think I'm in South Africa, I think I'm in Josie, and they be like, no, you're in Zulu territory.
Right, you done crossed the border.
Yeah, I got this old American name. They're looking at me. Your passport says the Republic of South Africa. Don't say nothing about no Zulu Kingdom. You ain't allowed to be here. You need a visa to come into the Zulu. I'll be like, oh, goddamn.
Please don't make us go through that again.
So I need to know. And then all the other kingdoms. Because there's the, I forgot the name of, I'm sorry, family. But there are other tribes, right? Or other clans and stuff. I don't know. Is tribe? Is that a word that they use?
I don't know.
Nation sounds better to me, like other nations. Or, I don't know, because I think tribe has become so in the Western terminology. I think tribe has become almost like not quite derogatory, but outdated.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they try to use it to make systems of governance, because that's what we're talking about. We're
Right.
talking about societal systems and systems of governance seem primitive. They use that word tribal. So I hesitate to use it, but if it's still something that's acceptable elsewhere, then okay,
That's a good point.
So, but are there other, for lack of a better term, other tribal kings
Mm-hmm.
in SA? And when are their coronations, and how do they interact with the Zulu king, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is a lot of questions, because this is new to us.
It is.
We got gangsters. This a Crip neighborhood. This a Blood neighborhood. We ain't got no Crips and Bloods, no. But
hardly equivalent.
hardly equivalent. But so yeah, that's interesting.
It's fascinating, isn't it?
It is,
because before there
my
were
nose
these
itching.
republics and these sort of nation states.
Mm-hmm.
There were these kingdoms.
Yeah.
And this long-standing tradition, and so it almost seems like even if there was no longer the nation state, or if the nation state changes in some way, these things will outlive that and continue on.
Didn't somebody else tell us that they had that was Sandili said they have Zulus in
like neighboring
countries. Yeah. And like a lot of them left for some reason. He said they moved. He's like, but they speak the same language, exact same culture. They call themselves something else, but they're Zulus.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
So are they under the reign of this king? That's interesting stuff, man. Y'all gotta give me the game on that.
Give us the lowdown.
Yeah. So, what else we could talk about? We early. This 16 minutes. We can't. Our people would be just flabbergasted.
Hardly.
If we cut this video at 16 minutes and 41 seconds, I can't do it. I won't do it.
I think they would congratulate you.
No.
Finally, a short video.
That ain't short.
Quick video.
The people that give y'all them short videos don't love you. Shortchanging your attention. You used to sit down and watch the Cosby Show for 30 minutes. It only had 10 minutes worth of advertisements, commercials, so you had 20 minutes of a show. Y'all remember that? Before you could fast forward through TV and skip over the stuff you don't. Now we watch a YouTube video and we skip over the intro. Skip to the part we will. Let me see this part I want to hear him talk about. Okay, the boom. Hey, skip over a lot of stuff.
I hit that 15 seconds forward thing all the time.
I sit down and watch because I want to know. I want to know. I'm from a different era. We watch 30 minutes. Watch the hour-long show. Yeah. So,
So you really just gonna force it?
I don't have nothing else to talk about.
Let's go.
Well, if you made it this far, these 18 minutes and 19 seconds, 21 seconds, bam, you a soldier. I want you to know that you are appreciated. You are loved. You are thought about. I am aware of who you are. I feel your soldier presence. Anything else I need to say?
No.
All right. Well, family, we'll be back. She cutting me off. Aborting. CeeLo Green said, it feels like abortion when I just write a small portion. The great philosophical musician CeeLo Green said that. All right, family, y'all have a good one. Bam, bam, bam. Just like that.